never forget that Monday morning, 2 years ago, sitting at my kitchen table with my cup of coffee. I found myself with a free moment when suddenly my little girl comes running up to me saying, "Mama, here's your phone." She was so proud of herself, and I felt so guilty. Does my toddler think that I always need my phone? Is that how she sees me? Is that what I'm teaching her? The short answer was yes. Every day, I awkwardly take photos, spend lots of time editing them, and then post them online. Now, the lengthy editing process is key. It includes styling, cropping, and artificial lighting. Whenever my husband finds me during the editing process, he asks, "Oh, hey, honey, how's your phone?" And I say, "Oh, it's great. We've been spending a lot of time together." And it's true, I'm on my phone a lot, but I wondered, how much is too much? Then I pictured my husband a few years from now, tired of our little joke, and I pictured my children growing up saying, "Yeah, Mom is always looking at her phone." So back at the kitchen table, I looked at my little girl bringing me my device. I made a decision. I would not even look at my phone. I would not take it, stand on the chair, take the photo, edit that photo, post the photo online, and then check my device over and over afterwards to see how much attention it was getting. Instead, I would just sit for a moment and be intentional with where I focus my eyes. I would choose to look at it as something of value, my daughter. Every day, every waking moment, we are all choosing where to focus our eyes. And in those fleeting moments that we take for granted, often what we choose to look at reveals truly what we value. For me, I felt that I highly valued my family, but my eyes are saying something different. I valued my online image. I couldn't sit still without my phone, and the fear of missing out was putting distance between me and my family. That changed when I started asking myself, where are my eyes? Let's ask ourselves as a society, where are our eyes? Well, the average American spends about 7.5 hours every day looking at screens. That is smartphones, televisions, computers, tablet devices. 7.5 hours means that most children spend more time on screens compared to time in school. Studies directly link more media time with more cases of depression, anxiety, and sleep problems. And back in the 80s, we spent much more time being social compared to time spent consuming electronic media. Things have changed, and that 7.5 hours every day means less and less time left to be truly social, making eye contact. But 2 years ago, when I heard statistics like these, I felt it didn't really apply to me and my family because we limited our kids' screen time, and I'm not on my phone that much, I just need it a lot. Well, secretly, I was miserable. I was stuck in what I call a cycle of restlessness. Every day, even before getting out of bed, I would spend time on my phone. I'd go to work all day, looking at screens after screen after screen. I would take a break, maybe go to a restaurant with big screen TVs in every corner, but everyone's looking at their phone or laptop anyway. After work, I would head home, where each and every family member is on their own individual screen. After the kids are in bed, my husband and I would sit quietly together with our eyes glued to our screens until we fell asleep, so we could do it all over again the next day. Now, in the afternoons, I noticed that our children had their own version of this cycle. Every day, my child would spend 30 minutes at a time looking at screens. Soon, she would become very concerned, as if to say, "Is it screen time yet? How much longer do I have to be good?" Soon, she was completely obsessed, losing all of her self-control. So I would lovingly discipline her by taking away screens, giving them right back as soon as they were deserved. Handling children and screen time is a complicated subject with different needs for different ages. Our children were under the age of 6, so we were able to completely eliminate their screen time at home with very few exceptions. As they grow older, I look forward to seeing how they will use screens in healthy ways. But first and foremost, whether you have children or not, we as the adults set the example. My husband and I committed to having as much downtime without screens in our home as much as possible every day. So instead of assuming that screens were always available, we left them unavailable, out of sight, out of mind, unless completely necessary. We found that the beauty of a screen-free home is a calming and focusing effect for the whole family. It means less multitasking, more productivity, less feeling interrupted, and more enjoyment of each moment. For our children, it meant less whining and more contentment. For example, I usually have to take my 6-year-old and 3-year-old to a business meeting about once a month, where all they can do is sit and be still for about an hour. I don't have to pack a giant bag of activities anymore, and I don't have to offer them screens to play with, and I don't have to worry they're gonna start whining. Now they simply come along, and they understand Mama has an important meeting, and we need to do our part to help. In other words, downtime without screens also means deeper human connection. Research shows that young adults who unplug from screens for just 5 days exhibit more empathy. That's exactly what I've experienced with my family, even in myself. See, before my commitment to unplug, I always felt too anxious and nervous to really enjoy downtime. Without giving it a thought, I would reach for my phone, check my messages, look at my email, scroll my news feed, look at social media, and embarrassingly, work my way up to level 749 on Candy Crush Saga. When I forced myself to stop the constant screen time, I've learned to focus my eyes on things of value. So for the 20th time, when my child would say, "Mama, look at me," I would hear them saying, "Mama, where are your eyes? I want you to value me." And sadly, in a way, for the first time, I would feel consistently ready and excited to actually look at them. So now when the time comes for me to look at my screen at home to do work, first I look at my husband and I say, "Hun, I have got to work on this for a little while." And I look at my children and I say, "Mama has to sit down with this for just a little while." They understand, and I look forward to getting back to enjoying my family. Isn't that what's truly important? Human connection. Our daily screen time habits may be damaging our relationships, but we have a choice. We can choose to focus our eyes on things of value one moment at a time. And I found that to be encouraging and healing to relationships. So whether you're a parent like me, or a single person, or have a partner or spouse, resist the urge to constantly check your device. Give yourself the gift of downtime in your home without screens. I challenge you in the smallest moments throughout the day, focus your eyes on what you want to value, your family and the people in your life. Ask yourself moment by moment, where are my eyes? Thank you.